What's up, everybody? I'm TJ.
And I'm Kelsey, and we are
The Nashville Wine Duo. Boom, 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 boom.
What's so funny?
I don't know. I just,
Life's good.
life's good.
Well, kind of, actually. I'm like in pain today.
Yeah, you did something to your foot.
No, I think I got bit.
You got bit. Well, you
So-
did something to your foot. Or
Yeah.
something did something to your foot.
So the other night when we recorded that little blib about Johnny Depp, we were outside having wine, and we were out there for like 2 hours, I guess.
Yeah.
And fine. I did see like a few bugs, but I didn't think to like put anything on. And then kind of before we were going to bed, I was like, man, I'm having this pain like in my foot. And I'm like one of those people that like when I get bit by bugs, I have like very, very strong like skin reactions. But this felt like it was like inside my foot. And so I was feeling the pain and then went to work the next day. And I was like, man, like it was starting to hurt to walk. Like felt just this like sharp, like I've been like hit in the side of my foot. And then I went up to TJ during the day because we were working the same shift. And I was like, I think I got bit. And he was like, well, that might make sense. Because it had this weird like tingling kind of itchy feeling. And then it was just like this huge swollen. And then last night, like I tried to go to the bathroom and it hurt even worse. So I'm going to call out of work today and just try to put ice on it, I guess. But I'm like, when does it cause for like major concern? I guess. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, as Dr. TJ would tell people, I mean, the minute you start seeing some kind of like oozing, maybe
Oozing?
some blood, pus,
I don't. Ew.
you know,
No.
I would
I
probably
think that-
run to a doctor. Otherwise, I think you're good.
I think that there's like other reasons, not just like those things.
No. Well, you asked for Dr. TJ's opinion, so
That's why you're not a doctor. But
I like how you saying that. That's why you're not a doctor.
It's true, but anyway,
But
my
I play one on television.
ailments. So yeah, I'll continue to watch the Johnny Depp trial while I elevate and ice my foot, I guess. But this trial is like you can watch it live on YouTube.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
What have you thought watching it? We watched it for a couple hours last night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I liked watching that instead of like other mindless TV. It's like interesting to watch people do court.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating. Just the whole, I don't know, the whole court lawyer verbal stuff that they do.
Like
and
what?
They kept saying compound.
Compound.
I don't know. And then sustained. And
Objection compound.
Objection compound.
I don't know what compound means.
Yeah. Then they would say, can we address the bench or something? So it'd be quiet, and then the lawyers would go up to and you couldn't hear what they were saying.
Well, it's because it's like they have to decide if they're going to put it into evidence.
Yeah.
All these text messages and we were talking about that too. They have text messages from like 2012, 2013. You're like,
how the hell
how do they save all these? And like they must have in the cloud. That's what you said.
Yeah, they're either requesting them, I guess, from the cell providers, or somebody saved them, or I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm not in that realm, but I'm sure people listening are.
What, that they know?
Yeah,
probably. I don't know. I think like it's crazy this day and age even to like watching court and just being like, man, your phone plays a massive role in like our lives now, to where like it could damn you pretty much if you've
leave a trail of what you've done, where you've been.
Well, and I think it does. It does no matter what, doesn't it? Your phone.
Oh yeah, it leaves a trail for sure. Yeah. And if you follow that trail, I'm sure it would expose a lot.
Or it could expose the truth.
That's a lot is the truth sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just been really interesting. I don't know, just thinking about like watching this guy, because like I don't know, it's a high profile person, obviously, and mostly what we see of people in Hollywood. Oh yeah, like they get divorced, they have bad relationships, like they're famous, they like get addicted to substances like regular people do too.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't see like their humanity in the same way you would like I don't know, like a person that's not like rich and famous, I guess.
Yeah.
So he's been like super vulnerable, just like talking about his entire like life, like laying it all out there.
Yeah, I mean, he's exposed his dirty laundry out there, and
It's been
yeah,
interesting
he's
though, even
exposed.
hearing him like talk about how he takes on characters in movies because they're really getting like a whole background from him, and he was talking about like how when he came up with the or like the character of Edward Scissorhands, he thought about like a child, like a baby, because his sister just had children and like from this innocent perspective, and then he said one of his dogs too. So I don't know. It's crazy to think like he said it's ingredients. Like I take a little bit of this from this. He said even Pepe Le Pew kind of played into Captain Jack Sparrow.
Mhm.
So
I just find it fascinating he never watches the movies that he makes.
well, and I told TJ I was like I actually can't listen to the podcast, and I'm like I don't know. There's just something about like or some videos. I don't know. Like I wouldn't want to rewatch myself. Like he'll play them to like listen, and I'm like I don't know. It's just like there's something weird about it sometimes.
I don't know. Everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
I would wanna watch just to perfect my craft, like I told you, like, I would wanna see, "Oh, I don't like what I did there,
Yeah, but
maybe I'll
then I
try and
feel
do
like I
something
would critique myself too much, and then it wouldn't be like authentically
authentic
me.
and genuine."
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's
Then
different.
I'd be like,
Everybody's got
I
their own
am
way.
Kelsey. I am a robot. I don't like what I
Mm,
do.
I don't know, but I like you just the way you are.
Well, that's nice.
Well, let's talk about this wine we are drinking today.
Yeah. Weird. Where'd you pick up this
So
wine?
I picked this up at the bottle shop at McEwen. I wanted to do something in the orange wine world, and yeah, so I picked this one up.
Did somebody suggest it to you, or you just picked it up?
Yeah, Max Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, helped me.
What
He
did
he told
What
me
did he
about
say
it.
about it?
He was just like, "This is a great orange wine. You should try it." I bought it weeks ago from him, and we've had it in the wine fridge for a long time. But I thought this would be a perfect episode to talk about it and expose people to orange wine and tell people what orange wine is and do a
Yeah.
little.
I think people think orange wine is like orange juice sometimes. I don't know. For people that
Well,
have
and a
never
lot of
heard of
people that
it,
I talk to don't even know.
know it
They've never
exists.
heard of it. So they don't even know it exists or it's a thing. So, I mean, you were saying when I poured it for you, because you didn't know what I poured, it looks like a rosé kind of. It's a beautiful, what would you say, coral color, almost like an orangey
It's kind of like a very light amber color.
amber.
Yeah, but I mean, I've seen. I don't know. It is definitely like has more of an orangey tint than like a rosé has. Like it's not pink.
Yeah.
No, but you could see how
No.
like people might mistake it for that
But yeah, I
if they've
mean,
never had it before.
yeah. So this orange wine is from, well, it's Maison Noir, and it's masonnoirwines.com. Willamette Valley is the winery, and the winemaker and owner of Maison Noir is the sommelier Andre Houston Mack, which, if you Google him, he has tons of YouTube videos. I mean,
Was
he's
he
a,
on that show Somm?
I think he might have been. He also, yeah, just always does reviews on wines, and so that's how I didn't know he was in the winemaking business and all of that. So that's really cool. So
Oh, like you thought he just talked about wine and everything like
I
that.
just
And now
knew
you're
he's
like,
a
oh, he like
sommelier
yeah, he was
and
a
he
part of
reviewed
making
wines
this.
and stuff. I had no idea he was a part of. They do OPP, which is a Pinot Noir from the Willamette Valley
Hmm.
that restaurants and stores have had. It just is a big
I know what you're
OPP
talking
on,
about.
yeah.
Yeah.
So their thing is a white label and then big block font letters. And so on this one, it says New Noir on it. So, um,
Yeah. That's cool.
yeah. So tell them a little bit about what orange wine is, babe.
Okay. Well, so orange wine is actually known as skin contact white wine, also known as skin contact white wine. Skin fermented white wine or amber wine. So it's a type of wine made from white wine grapes where the grape skins are not removed as in typical white wine production and stay in contact with the juice for days or even months. So yeah, and the skins contain color pigment, tannins that would normally be considered undesirable for white wines, while for red wine, skin contact and all that, it's a vital part of winemaking process and gives red wine its color and flavor and texture. So yeah, it's interesting. So this is white wine, and then yeah, the skin contact. Yeah.
So and we'll kind of break this down, but it's almost like the same as rosé, because the red wine you keep skin contact on for days or what have you, and you get that color for the rosé. Here you're taking a white wine, leaving the skin contact on, and you're getting this color of wine, considered orange wine,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know? So, but this this wine that we're drinking, 50% Gewürztraminer, 28% Pinot Gris, 12% Riesling, 5% Muscat, and 5% Pinot Blanc. Um, what do you get on the? I mean, the nose is definitely a different smelling wine for sure.
I need to pour a little more because I already had some. Alright, let's go. And actually, when I was eating, like, a pork taco and I was like, "Okay, pour this wine before we, talk about it," because I wanted to
Hmm.
have it with the taco, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so
It's a good
good."
combo.
Well, just it's a really good I don't even know about the combo, I was just like, the wine is
The wine
really,
is so
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
Um, mm,
What do you smell?
it's definitely, like
I mean, there's a funkiness
that's
to
what I
it.
was gonna say,
No, it's
exactly. It
definitely.
has, like,
It's
kind of
not
like a
a.
funky
No, it's not
smell.
like a. It's definitely a funky smell.
I wanna actually say stone fruit a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not like it's not bad, but it's not like a wow, this smells
No,
incredible.
it
It's like
doesn't give this, like
it's a funky.
but then when you taste it, you're like, "Yes."
Yeah, yeah. Stone fruit. There's some acidity for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
It's crazy how much I always say this even now after having so much wine, but how the smell can, like, be so different even from the taste.
yeah,
Mm. Yeah, I mean, the smell almost has this kinda, like, musty, like, I don't know, this the kinda thing going on,
hmm.
but TJ's swirling it around and
I love it though. I think it's
yeah, I
really
love it.
nice.
It's so good.
Again, a great spring, summer wine. Nicely chilled. Um, if
It's
you.
got really nice acidity in it too.
Mhm.
I don't know, I like that it's not, like, super fruity either.
No, not at
Like,
all.
you don't get a lot of, like I don't know, sometimes when you have, like, rosés or stuff like that, like, they can be they can have a lot of, like, fruit, strawberry stuff going on. I don't know, this one is more minerally and
Even like a little salt.
salt yeah.
There's like a
Mhm.
little salt.
Mhm. Mm.
I don't know. I'm a fan for
It's
sure.
very unique.
Yeah, I love this. We'll post a picture on our page so you guys can see it. But definitely, if you haven't exposed yourself to an orange wine before, just go into a wine shop and ask them if they have any orange wines and try and pick this one up. New Noir, and it is by the Mason Noir
I kinda
wines.
feel like more, winemakers and wineries that are experimenting in this type of wine too tend to, like, I don't know, be more, like, sustainably farmed, like, they try to, like, make wine more in its, like, purest kind of forms, like, they're just, like, funky people that are trying to explore new things, I guess. I don't know, that just in my experience from, like, meeting people that are doing things that are very, like, different and kinda unique, you
Yeah, well, I
know?
was talking to somebody the other day at the wine bar. I was like, I wish more winemakers would take that kind of uh, funky approach to it and just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna like try stuff and try and try orange wine or just take chances on
But I
new and still keep your traditional
yeah.
wines and everything like that, but like your pet nats and your unfiltered wines and
Mhm.
stuff that we've been digging. And this kind of falls into that realm of the, pet nats, unfiltered wines. This is,
Right.
along that vibe and we dig it. We like it.
We
And
do, but I think what sucks, and we're actually, we're going to Georgia next week. We're meeting with some winemakers. This would be some good questions to ask some of them, their opinion on it. But I think one of the main reasons not enough, of this stuff is out there is it's really is because of money and because the consumer of wine has gotten so trained to think. I think a lot in America, New World, so California, you know, those kind of wine not just that, but they've been very trained to just be like, "Okay, I know Cab, I know Red Blend, I know Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay." So when they think of wine, they don't even have a category for, like, orange wine. Like, that's not a category that exists in the American culture, really. I mean, unless you're a big wino and you're wanting to try a lot of new things and explore stuff.
Mhm.
But overall, like, the average everyday consumer that likes and enjoys wine, they're not introduced to this kind of stuff.
Right, and that's why we're introducing them to it,
I
and
would
we're
ag
starting
I would
to
agree. I just
expose great wines that don't fall into your cookie cutter Cab,
Yes.
Merlot, your Vitis vinifera
Yeah.
grapes. Like, there's new shit out there that needs to, like, people need to try because it's good. So,
But I think it's like that with a lot of things. I think people are just, like, shown one way to something, and then it's hard to kinda get out of the box. But I feel like even what's happening with wine has kind of already happened with food over the past, like, say, 30 years. Like, when we were young, it was like, okay, everything we ate was, processed food, like, processed cereal, like Hamburger Helper, all that. And then over the past 30 years, food has really evolved into more of this, like, natural, like, exploring more stuff. I think that that's kind of happening with wine.
yeah,
Don't you?
yes, and that's why we are wanting to kinda share these new findings with everybody because like we said in the beginning, I don't think I come in contact with people that have never heard of orange wine when I'm talking about it, and so I think it's something that needs a spotlight on it that people, when you go
Yeah,
into a wine shop, ask about it,
for sure.
try it out, and if you don't like it, cool, but at least you tried it. Like, you and I are at a place now where we try different things, and it might not be our cup of tea, but at least we try it and have a reference point to be like, oh, we're familiar with this wine or this grape or what have you.
Yeah, totally.
So
I think this one's really, really good though. I love it.
I think this would be a good segue into the orange wine world.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel like it's as, I don't know. I don't want to say crazy, but we've had some orange wines that are really unfiltered,
They just remind you of
really,
like a kombucha kinda.
yeah.
Yeah.
And this is kind of,
This is more in like the traditional wine style
yeah,
of an orange,
I
yeah,
think
of
this would be
wine.
a good introductory orange
Like, I think
wine.
if you were to drink it and you didn't even know what orange wine was, you'd just be like, "Oh, this is some form of
Mm-hmm.
rosé or white wine that I
Mm-hmm.
don't know about." Like, it wouldn't really, like, you wouldn't be like, "Whoa, what the heck is this?" It would
Yeah.
be very normal.
Yeah, and I think that's props to the winemaker and what they're trying to do with this wine is, again, in a cool way, introducing a consumer base who might not know about this, like, here, like,
Mhm.
baby step it into orange wine.
Yeah.
Make
Make
it,
make it what?
like, accessible, but
Yeah.
not scaring people off. Because if
Yeah.
people see, like, this funky, crazy color
Right.
with a funky smell on it, they're gonna be scared off. But
Yeah.
if you make it more approachable and not intimidating and not
Yeah.
scary, people, I think, would be more inclined to
Well,
try it.
and that's actually kind of like, I think they even think about that with, I get interested when you're like, okay, they pay attention to not only the color of the wine, how it's gonna look with the label, but the pink with the white with the black. I mean, the
Mhm.
orangish, not pink, but those colors together, it's very appealing
Yeah, it's a
looking.
cool looking bottle. Like,
Yeah,
it really, like, stands out and it's eye catching.
yeah.
So,
Well, anyway, we wanted to talk about that, and then
huge
I
fans.
wanted to just reiterate, and you talk about what we're doing next week because we're gonna be doing some.
Hell, we're doing a
Yeah.
lot this week. We've got a dinner.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
actually, tomorrow we're interviewing a cool Nashville music artist,
Yeah.
Kristen Foreman, and she cut a song called "Wind Up,"
Mhm.
and so we're excited about interviewing her, hearing about what she's doing in Nashville and how she came up with the song "All About Wine," which is kind of what I found, and I was like, "Oh, cool! She wrote a killer song about wine." So let's interview her and talk to her. So that's a cool interview. And then tomorrow night we're doing a interview with Black Diamond Culinary, and they're doing a Spanish wine class with food, and we're going to be a part of that and kind of tasting some awesome food and drinking some delicious wine, and it's going to be cool. I'm
Yeah, I'm excited
excited.
about that. And then we are leaving Sunday.
Yep.
And I was actually like going through my head today. I'm like, is there a way I could get highlights before then? Probably not. Wish I could.
Highlights.
Like my hair.
Oh,
Maybe
I was like, what the hell?
there's a miracle. I can message some people online and be like, can you fit me in? But um yeah, so then we're doing our Georgia wine trip next week. We've really met so many cool people over the past, well,
Two
coming up
years.
on, this is year 3 of doing it. We've done it the past 2 years, but this is year 3.
We
Going into
we've
year
done 2
3.
years.
Okay, well, we're going into
True,
year 3.
okay, yeah.
You'll still look back and be like, "Okay, that was the 3rd that we're, started 2000 this is, you
She
know."
always likes to jump ahead, even with, like, birthday. She's made me older than I really
I made
am
myself older than
because,
I really
I don't
am.
know why you do that.
'Cause it's just like then you're
No,
there and you're
okay,
not upset
no. A
about
lot
it.
of again, people are different. Not a lot of people wanna jump up to,
Yeah,
5
but
years
then
ahead of
you're
time, years
then you're there and
your
you're like,
age.
"Oh, cool, I'm really not that old."
Oh,
That's how I feel. Anyway, we're doing this next week. We're really, really, stoked to go to Georgia. We
yeah,
love the
we're going
drive.
to Montaluce
Uh-huh.
Vineyards and Winery in Dahlonega, Georgia.
Mhm.
We're gonna interview our awesome friend Mallory, who is, the general manager there.
She's just moved
Meet
her
the
way up all the way.
winemakers. Yeah, she's
Amazing.
a bomb girl that's just, like, killing it
Killing
there.
it.
She
Yeah.
just keeps moving up every time she gets a promotion, just
Yeah.
killing it. So, we're gonna interview one of our favorite winemakers, Simone from Chateau
Mhm. Yes, we
Alon.
have a recent podcast we've done about that. So if you
Yep,
go back, it's like a 7-minute thing what we did with him talking about wine. So
yep,
you'll have a reference for who Simone
yep.
is.
Matthias over at Chateau Alon, he's the manager of
Tasting
the
room.
wine tasting room. We love him. He's one of our good friends down there. So,
He loves Audio Slave. We love Audio Slave too.
he loves Megadeth
I
too.
know, yeah.
He's a huge
Metal guy.
metalhead.
Fun to talk metal with him.
Yeah.
And then where else?
We're gonna try and do Cloudland,
We'll see what
Sean and
happens.
Cloudland and
And then
Leslie and
Crane Creek.
then Crane Creek,
We hit
all our
that place up
peeps.
every time we go.
Yep.
So this is gonna be a fun trip. Oh, and then we're also TJ reached out to there's this hot sauce that we love, and we posted about the hot sauce.
Yeah, William Brothers down in
Yeah, and
Marietta,
we found
Georgia.
out their restaurant is where we're going, and
They
they
have
were
a
like,
barbecue restaurant
they
and they
said if you
invited
come
us.
down and we'll hook you up with a meal. So we're going
Yeah.
to do that
Hell yeah,
too.
we're gonna get a free meal.
Yes.
Talk about some hot
Talk about some
sauce.
hot sauce. It's really good. It's really good hot sauce. So,
Yeah.
well,
Well, we
anyway,
appreciate you all as usual.
yeah, keep
Please.
up with our little trip. We're gonna be doing podcasts in Georgia,
Yeah, we're
and
gonna be doing
yeah,
podcasts in Georgia
so it'll be
and it's
good.
gonna be fun. So
Yeah.
definitely all. Thanks for your support. Try some orange wine.
Cheers.
Cheers.